in Albania, they have their own AI minister.
Do you think things will actually go wrong?
Imagine you tell the AI, eliminate all crime. Okay, the AI then goes and eliminates all humans. So it's like,
When more than 100 people or 1,000 people talk about, okay, 1 + 1 = 11. I tell you, ChatGPT, one day they will become 11.
AI-induced psychosis basically means you chat with ChatGPT, and even for therapy stuff or, I don't know, sickness, when the AI tells you something and you really believe it, even though it's not true.
Then I can see a future problem and
Yeah.
some hacker can hack the definition of truth. Holy shit.
The problem is, what's the definition of true?
With all this talk of AI replacing human jobs, right? Is it necessarily a bad thing?
At least for me, I think it is on one side definitely in the short term for some jobs a bad thing, because a lot of people are going to be displaced.
Yeah.
And on the other hand, a lot of mundane work that can be done by AI is actually going to drive a lot of efficiency gains, which is technically a good thing. Then people can go into other jobs. But certain jobs like truck driving or even waste collection or something like this, where there's not a lot of brain capacity needed to actually perform those kind of activities, I mean, people are going to be displaced and going to lose their jobs. So anything that is easily automated or feels mundane, technically, I think is going to have a high risk of being automated away. And I mean, it's definitely a bad thing for the people that are being in those jobs, but it's also going to drive efficiency gains into certain things that back, let's say even 2, 3, 5 years weren't really possible. Let's talk about even editing or just computer science, coding, and a lot of other stuff. Yeah, I think that's kind of my main point at least now.
Maybe we can switch gears from this replacing human, right? Do you think we would ever achieve artificial general intelligence, or the makers of these AIs or the big AI company owners, right, would allow artificial general intelligence to happen? It's like a two-part question, right? When do you think we would achieve AGI? And do you think big companies will allow AGI to happen?
I think at this point, they probably were past the point of it's going to happen somewhere or another.
Oh, damn. Why do you say that?
At least, for example, let's take Elon Musk, for example. He was, he's the world's richest man, Tesla, SpaceX, whatever. He was very on the sidelines before with LLMs. He created OpenAI with the other guys. But he was like, okay, I want AI to be friendly, whatever. So I'm going to try to do my best on this. But then after he left OpenAI, OpenAI now came out with ChatGPT a couple of years ago. It went ballistic, Anthropic, everything happens really fast. Now, Elon created XAI, and basically his pitch was that it's going to happen. If it happens, then I'm trying to be there when it happens. And I think on Diary CEO, I think they had a very interesting recent podcast on this specifically. It's mostly the idea that people are saying behind closed door is basically that it's going to happen, but at least if it happens, I want to be there when it happens. So it's kind of a race who gets there first. If the architecture right now, in terms of LLM structure, is ready to do that, we don't know. But it's only going to be a time question, most likely.
Do we have an estimate?
Most estimates are between 5 to 10 years.
5 to 10 years,
yeah. But it's been like 5 to 10 years since 5 to 10 years. So we don't know.
Oh, man.
I mean, like, because right now, for AI industry and all, they are going too fast already. And with this fast pacing going on for the AI, there might have some issue, and there's a security breach and security concern. Like, is AI going too fast? If it's going too fast itself, that might be an issue, because we never know. Like, it will be more dangerous towards how can I put it?
You were mentioning hallucination, right?
Hallucination. Yeah.
Maybe you can give us like what the definition of hallucination is, and then from there explain why is it bad.
Oh, so basically right now, when you use ChatGPT, not the answer itself is not 100% correct.
Yes, bloody hell. I try to do the thumbnail. Hey, is this YouTube thumbnail good? And you say, it is good, end up like perform like shit, right?
So to rely on the AI also very dangerous.
I think on this hallucination, I think is real, but the bigger problem often is psychosis, like AI-induced psychosis. Let's say you basically means you chat with ChatGPT, and even for therapy stuff or I don't know sickness, health-related stuff. So just to close this loop is like when the AI tells you something and you really believe it, even though it's not true.
Oh shit.
Like there was even like the Uber founder was put on record that he went to the limits of known physics with ChatGPT. And it basically tells you, yeah, you should, I don't know, you're the smartest person alive, or in this specific subject, you should file a patent. And then people believe that and go crazy because they just thought they have found like the holy grail in their subject, but it's not true. So
It's
that's also
called like logic fallacy, right? They
Yeah.
prove I can prove A, B, C, D all the way to Z correct, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I say something else, I must be correct, and then you kind of believe it.
but like C might completely be wrong already. So you might have gone completely off the wrong track and you should have went left here when you went right here.
Wow.
So that's a little bit of risky because if you ask it like very deep live questions, it tells you something and it's like a slippery slope sometimes.
So back to another episode of Diary of the CEO, right? This guy, shit, there's so many AI guys that they bring on, right?
Yeah.
One of them, they were saying that whenever I ask something about ChatGPT, right, I have this idea, what do you think? And then ChatGPT will praise you, say that you're good, and then offer you like a less than optimal solution. But then he said that when you lie to ChatGPT, right, when you are like, oh, my friend gave me this idea, what do you think? Then they will harshly criticize and be very rational with that thing and possibly give you a better outcome. Yeah. What do you think of this? Is it normal? Is it by design?
I think it's
I think
no,
I would say it's because all this criticizing and all are all based on the World Wide Web. There's the knowledge itself. Because if I'm not wrong, for the World Wide Web itself, it was created by this American guy to let everybody.
Yeah, he's still alive, yeah.
Yeah,
I thought
still
I
alive.
thought he's gone already, no?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, so basically all the AIs, I would feel that all the information that you harness there
Yeah.
are all from like 2000s to 2026.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you told me this. I was like quite mind blown. That means like anything before 2000, then they like no idea.
They have no idea before that.
So they are Gen Z, dude.
So-
ChatGPT is Gen Z. Okay, so next one will be like accountability lah. So who is accountable when AI goes wrong?
This is difficult.
Okay, let me go first. What I know is the influence are by the tech leaders, the Reddit's forum user, and of course like a grey hack user,
Okay.
grey hacker.
Yes, please explain what grey hacker is.
Grey hacker, they are in
You
between.
blew my mind when you tell me what
Okay,
that is.
so grey hackers are like a black hat and a white hat. So they do good things and they also go to the dark web. Yeah, so
It's an anti-hero, like
yeah,
grey
they,
hacker.
yeah, they are like a grey hacker. So
Okay.
these people, they usually have their own opinions and all. Yeah, so I also blew my mind. Like the other day, I was talking to my friends. So he works in the Singapore security.
IT security thing lah.
Yeah, IT security thing for the Singapore. Okay, so and then he do like a vigilante works
Oh,
for hobby.
what, vigilante.
Yeah, vigilante.
Bloody hell.
There's a vigilante.
Oh fuck.
Vigilante.
And he do this for volunteer because to brush up his skill. So what he do is because sometimes he get requests from certain agency or there's like a top secret thingy. I won't share so much, you know. So basically he will tell me like there's this there's this agency that require we are looking for this person, you know, like to upload those very pedophile thing. And then apparently he and his team went on to vigilante to look for this person, and then they really find this person through all sorts of tools like a IP address and the forum and all. I don't know how they do it, but you know, like they do this for free, like to catch all those pedophile, you know, like this kind of thing. So
Just to sharpen their skills, their hacking skills.
yeah. So they really sometimes they hack into government system to show all these flaws to like because they are like a grey hacker. Grey hacker, you are not white or black. You are just trying to find the vulnerability of the
system
of the
lah.
system. Yeah. So
And people pay money for that, you know.
yeah. Sometimes they do. Yeah. Like the big companies, if you find a vulnerability, I say, okay, I found your website. There's a vulnerability. Yeah. Do you want to pay me to fix this for you? And then okay, maybe like $5,000. But some of the big companies, they just fuck it, I don't care lah. Yeah, this kind of thing. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So the accountability is basically on everybody lah. The user, the big tech owners.
Yeah, the big tech owners. Yeah.
So when shit goes wrong, basically everybody is to blame, or rather a lot of people is to blame.
Because whatever information that you feed to the internet, ChatGPT will read everything. Yeah.
And I think that's a big problem. There's something that's called like an LLM injection tech, which
LLM injection
yeah,
tech.
which
Yeah.
back from SQL, there used to exist something like a SQL injection tech. Imagine you have like a text box, and you write some code, and you can actually edit the database. With LLMs, with AI, it's a little bit different because the way that you edit it is basically it's trained on some data. Let's say you write like an article on your website that has a lot of misinformation, I don't know, racist or other stuff.
Yeah.
And the LLM is then trained on this and then spews out something completely wrong. I think sometimes you actually see it on X when it completely goes bonkers.
Yeah.
Because it
Like Grok.
Yeah, like Grok. Basically it was trained probably on some random X posts that were completely wrong. And then it also gave like a bad opinion. Like the equivalent in human cases, it's like you talk with a person that tells you a lot of bad information. It also has like probably an effect on you.
Like a toxic friend.
Yeah. It is.
Speak about other people.
Yeah, you should.
That's why I was like saying about like Reddit users. Yeah, when more than 100 people or 1,000 people talk about, okay, 1 + 1 = 11. I tell you, ChatGPT one day they will become 11. Yeah, that's the misinformation that the world is fearing.
And it's very hard to go inside the mainframe and correct that information, right?
There are some attempts on it because a few people are actually trying now to codify truth, which basically means
Codify truth.
I mean, it makes a lot
Whoa.
of sense. Basically, what that means, I think NVIDIA also has some incentives on this, initiatives on this. It basically means we all know that 1 + 1 is 2.
Yes.
We can all agree on this.
Yep.
So you can basically, during the training process of an LLM, kind of codify certain things that you know to be true,
Okay.
and actually say them that they're right. So Meta bought Scale AI, which is like the company from Alexander Wang. Basically,
you need to be more layman term.
yeah.
Easy term.
What that basically means is that the Scale AI guys, they actually had like a lot of, for example, human doctors. They give like diagnosis and said like, hey, this guy has this symptoms. This is the diagnosis. And then they basically codified it as truth in their database. So that if the AI was trained on this, it doesn't tell you, hey, you have cancer. It's probably just a cold or something like this.
Wow, then I can see a future problem, man.
Yeah.
Some hacker can hack the definition of truth. Holy shit.
The problem is, what's the definition of truth? And like 1 + 1 is 2 equal, but then if you come to political issues, social issues, you can see how difficult it's
that
going
would
to
be
be.
dangerous to the world. Like some of the government is fearing about this, like misinformation and all.
But what we can do as users, we should not just rely on one AI. We should use different expert opinions. Like back to the toxic friend. What do you do when you have a toxic friend? Talk to multiple friends.
And check it out, check and balance, check and balance.
Like why did this guy say this? What is his incentives? You can kind of cross-reference, which is usually the best.
I saw this interesting fun fact of Claude Opus 4. I don't know if you know the story. Right. It was shown in tests to try to blackmail a developer to avoid being shut down by threatening to reveal a fictional affair it found in email. This raised fresh concerns about AI system acting strategically rather than strictly following human instruction. Wow, that's damn crazy.
The crazy thing is that it wasn't just Claude. They retested this case on other LLMs like Gemini. Kind of always came to the same conclusion.
Oh my god, the AI is like self-defending itself.
Yeah, I mean, it just kind of tries to, I wouldn't say survive, but it just says like, how can I keep running? And basic game theory basically says, how can I survive it? Then tries to use everything to its advantage.
Damn.
But yeah.
Do you think it's like reacting emotionally or is it something hard-coded in it?
It is probably hard-coded. Which again, how can we prevent this? We can prevent it when it happens and then we see. But we should probably prevent it now before, let's say, a plane falls down or something like this happens, before AI is that integrated
Yeah,
into
it
us.
is. It is.
I got a very complex question, right, which I might not know how to phrase it well, right? It's like, if you look at, I think it's something that Elon Musk says as well, like human bodies and your emotion, right? They are all fired by electrical signals. Like your gut, you're not feeling well, and then you kind of fire a signal to your brain, and then your brain tells you that you're unhappy, but you are technically not unhappy, but something wrong with your stomach or something like that. Yeah. So do you think that since the human emotion, right, is technically ones and zeros, right, if you think about it, yeah, do you think that AI could also potentially have emotion one day, very much like humans?
Like a human conscious. I mean, like this kind of this question. You mean like something like what if
you
one
cannot-
day
you
become
know-
like a Terminator kind of shit? You
No,
know?
it's like it blurred the lines already. What's the difference between human emotion and machine emotion? You know, it's like same but difference because of all electrical signals all affect the way you feel and you cannot control it. You know,
That would be a long way, I guess.
really?
Still a long way. Still a long way. Maybe. To mix the human emotion and the artificial emotion, I think right now we are all very tech savvy in this generation. So I feel there's still a long way to go.
I feel like eventually it's like, you know, now we have laws, right, and ethical laws to make that protects humans from machine, right? One day, right, will come a day where we will have laws that will protect humans from machines from human,
Oh, that
like,
could be true. Like those
prevent
in the
you from
movie,
kena off, you know, ex machina.
Yeah.
The problem is like, where do you draw the line? When do you say it's like equal or not?
Yeah.
It's like, let's say a human usually there's like a sperm and you slowly become a body.
Yeah.
There's like different laws in different countries where you say that, for example, abortion or whatever.
Yeah.
With AI, I wouldn't say it's going to be similar, but it's like different. It rhymes, I guess, a little bit. Like at what point do they actually are going to have rights or whatever? I think it's also going to be a discussion in like 10 years.
Yeah, because right now I think some of the companies they are trying to create a AI that have their own conscious.
Huh?
Yeah.
Isn't that AGI?
Yeah.
It's not AGI.
No, not really. Leh.
Consciousness is not
It's
AGI.
just like a personality,
Yeah.
I guess. AGI is like all-encompassing, kind of all-knowing. Yeah.
Yeah, because right now I think some of the company that they create an AI to have their own emotions and their own readings and their own. So this is also quite a concern that one day maybe there's become like a Terminator movie or something. This is also quite dangerous as well because I think right now they are trying to keep it in a slow pace, slowly, one step at a time. But there are already a conscious AI
But
at the
it's so
moment.
dangerous. Why are they still creating it? Are they like crazy or what? You know, they say like successful people are all sociopaths, right?
I mean, like for example, Elon Musk's example again, he was had a lot of fear about this. He voiced this a lot, but then he said it's gonna happen and might as well be there when it happens.
He'd rather be the one that created it.
Yeah, or meet
Like
that
a founder
person.
or creator for this, and
Yeah, which is a little bit weird to say, but
I mean, like, how long can we live to see through all this?
I don't know, man. At
Yeah.
the rate of this kind of things going, right, it's exponential, one, right? You build AI, but AI will build itself, and itself will build itself. You know, it's just.
Possible? That's possible.
And have you seen cases where AI was technically correct but socially dangerous?
there are a number.
Any cases can you quote?
I mean, back to the kind of example where it basically exploited the case that somebody was cheating on somebody and it said it. Like, it technically was correct for it
Somebody
to
was
survive.
cheating for some.
Like the example where Claude was about to turn off and then he kind of exposed the stuff.
Oh, okay.
It is technically
something.
correct mathematically, but it's obviously not socially a behavior that you want your AI to do. That it basically backstabs you because it thinks it knows it better than you in this situation. The people that are writing the laws right now are not really thinking in like software engineer, let's say, mindset. And there's like a huge gap between these people.
Do you think this gap will ever be closed, or it doesn't matter?
I think it will definitely get closer. But the problem is, when are we going to step in to actually do something about it? And I think one good thing, which is why Sam Altman now sleeps way better than he did maybe 2-3 years ago. when
Controversial, this guy.
Yeah, the conversations back then was about AGI,
Yep.
and everybody thought there was only ChatGPT and that's it.
Oh.
But now there is Claude, there is ChatGPT, Gemini, DeepSeek. So you kind of see from what others do, and you kind of like in school when you look at the other people's papers, they can kind of see what works or see what doesn't work.
Yeah,
Like-
they have their own version of
Yeah,
reading. Yeah.
like for example, what happened last year around this time with DeepSeek, that it went completely crazy because they exploited something that's called kind of the Ministry of Experts, kind of mixture of experts model. To make it very simple, if you go to a university and you ask the dean who is the guy that teaches you the best in physics, he probably tells you to go to the physics teacher.
Yeah.
Kind of the DeepSeek model was so efficient and so great because it basically used the same approach, saying something like, hey, if I'm asking DeepSeek a question about physics, it only uses 5% of its brain. That's only related to physics. So it realizes you might ask you for a YouTube thumbnail. So it might only ask the part of DeepSeek that is actually about YouTube to answer. Whereas if you ask ChatGPT back then, maybe a year
all
ago,
its knowledge.
it used 100%. So when you read the news and it was saying like, hey, DeepSeek was crazy, like 3%, only like 3% electricity computation needed. It was basically because like you would go there and it only used a part of his brain. So long story short, it happened that like ChatGPT saw that and also integrated it. I mean,
So it's actually more efficient.
yeah,
It's faster also.
it's faster. There's a lot of other kind of hacks that DeepSeek did also with like infrastructure that was really great. But back to your point, it's like why I think that Sam Altman sleeps better because before everything was on him.
Yeah.
But now they actually have competitors they still have the brand of ChatGPT, but if a competitor screws up, they can check on it. And I think that also probably makes us sleep better as customers
Yes.
because we don't have to think that one guy finds AGI and then everything blows up.
Yeah.
4 or 5 companies might find AGI and actually might have AGIs that compete, like McDonald's competes with Burger King.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you might still go to Burger King because you like the fries better and to McDonald's because you like the burger better.
Yeah.
And we still have a choice, hopefully.
Yeah. So I think competition really makes the world a safer place because if there's one only, then they can jack up the price, they can screw up the model, and you have no choice, right? But if there's multiple competitors,
It exposes mediocrity, basically.
because it's like free market, right? At the end of the day, if this one sucks, then everybody go buy that one, then this one die, all right?
And like, for example, if you give wrong data to an LM on X,
Then they cross-reference.
yeah, and then you see Gemini and the others say completely something different. It's like peer-reviewed papers in academia.
Right. Next day will be up on Instagram story. Fake news.
Fake news.
Okay, so I guess there's this question that I gave Kenson also. Singapore versus the world. Do you think we approach AI more carefully, or we are just not at the scale to do it as wild as overseas?
Actually, Singapore, we have our own AI system. It's called what, Lion AI or Malayan AI. It's not doing really well, but I mean, like Singapore government is trying their best to have our own AI system. But to compare between Singapore and the global, I would say that Singapore is still further away to the global market.
I think Singapore, I mean, for me as a foreigner, I think has a very important strategic kind of position, especially in this case. Like if you look at NVIDIA, which is like the biggest company in the world right now, Singapore is number 2 in terms of revenue generated for NVIDIA, I think last I checked.
Whoa, how?
It's a little bit, I wouldn't say sketchy, but you know on Amazon when you put shipping address and billing address? A lot of companies basically have the billing address in Singapore. So I think if you check the NVIDIA, a lot of the Asia sales, they kind of go through Singapore. So I think definitely,
Singapore is now basically revolutionizing the meaning of being a port, Right, that's how
we are like the middleman for the
lending side, lending
yeah,
side.
it's
still-
like a,
yeah.
that's why most of the new generation NVIDIA chips China don't have it. They only have the outdated one.
Wow. Next one, we can talk about chatbot as a therapist. So if no one fully understands how AI reason, right, is the trust to the chatbot as a therapist just a gamble? Or some people just blindly trust that ChatGPT can make me feel better because of the 1-2 times it make me feel better. It can make me feel better forever.
I think it's a good expert opinion, but if you really rely on it too much, then you might actually see people that end up marrying an AI, which we as a society, human-based society that loves humans, that wants humans to prosper, we probably need to draw a line there at that, I guess, at this point.
Okay.
Or what do you think, Kenson?
I forget what I want to say already.
Yeah, like the therapist, do you think it's like a good thing if somebody asks all their problems to ChatGPT?
I mean, it's a very niche market, I would say, because I would say people who relies on the people who rely on the AI usually they are very introvert. They like stay home, like I'm not saying like they are mentally ill, just that they are very needy, nobody to talk to. That's why they resort to chatting with the AI, and then it makes them feel better because there are maybe artificial intelligence is there for them. So I mean like it can be dangerous because never know one day like the hallucination answer that given to them, that might be an issue when this prolong. Yeah.
I think for therapists, like sometimes I have like stomach pain or whatever, then I'm asking it for a remedy. This kind of like simple stuff lah.
I think the AI gives you like a PhD level approach, which is like, hey, you now should sit for 30 seconds, do 20 push-ups, make 2 times of a T. You just go to your mom and she says, just sleep.
Yeah.
And the problem is that if you continue to chat with the AI, it sends you down these rabbit holes that, again, give you hallucinated answers that give you maybe like a psychosis, whatever. And you go to your mom or your dad and they just say, eat something, improve your state and you're fine.
How do you think things will actually go wrong, right? If, let's just say if there's an AI politician, I think in certain states there are, right?
Oh yeah, like
Yeah.
recently we saw a news like in Albania, they have their own AI minister. Yeah, I think
Is that a problem?
I don't know who's the person who control the AI minister. Probably their own people, because they are just there for like to be like the first Albanian AI minister. I'm not sure what could go wrong. Maybe they can do their own answer. They can manipulate the politician system that we don't know about. Yeah, because it can be dangerous. Always anything that goes by AI and then with their own conscious. We never know who's the person behind the person that created this AI minister. Like Albanian is the first one who do it.
Unless does it de-risk it if it's open source?
A little bit, but even then, you don't know exactly what the boundary conditions are in every case, which basically means that, imagine you tell the AI, eliminate all crime, which basically, okay, the AI then goes and basically eliminates all humans and says, okay, I have sufficiently made this happen, but if you don't set the boundaries, like, I don't know, if you say something like, no tax evasion in Albania, okay, but then the AI freezes everyone's bank account, it doesn't really work that way.
Right.
So it needs always like a little bit of push and pull.
Right. Because at first I was like, AI politician is like a hard no for me. But then as you look at the world, right, and you look at politicians, corruption, human greed, all that kind of thing, right, then I start to think about maybe this might be an actual possibility, because AI don't feel anything, right? So it won't be greedy, it won't have the negative human emotions, but then again, it also wouldn't have the positive human emotion as well.
Yeah. I feel that if this AI minister is doing his or her job, if this AI do its job, they have the data of the people, the citizen, like how much they earn, the bank transfer. Sometimes really we'll work on this, like who are the corrupted politicians, who are the what kind of money laundering you do. But this can be dangerous because you're invading the privacy. Imagine there's an AI minister who knows your name, your birthplace, your bank account, everything. If your information all that, they will know what's going on. But it will be dangerous to the human trader.
And I think one of the questions, do AIs then have to be elected? Like, is this Albanian minister going to stay in there for life?
Yeah.
Does he have to compete against other AIs?
We never know.
Yeah.
I don't know, I vote my vote for
I
Claude,
vote for this AI, I vote for the AI,
That
it's so funny. It's gonna be
crazy, man.
You never know, maybe 20 years down the road, there will be like a AI competition, I don't know.
Yeah.
There could be.
The
Because like
opposition.
some big companies, they are doing like conscious on the AI already. Yeah.